Yeah, I'm ready.
It's a surprise.
Okay.
Are we starting?
We're going in cold.
Okay.
Fine.
All right, welcome to Talk of the Town. And we're talking about Game 1 between the Avs and the Stars. Avalanche take it, so they're 1-0 in the series. And I got to say, here's what's going to win the series for the Avs. You can have all the scoring you want, and Nate McKinnon with 2 goals, and Mackenzie Blackwood is going to be the key to this series, guys. The biggest move they made this season was to decide that Alexander Georgiev was not the guy, and Mackenzie Blackwood was the guy. Won 22 games in a regular season, won his first playoff game, and here we are. The hot goalie, Nick, will decide this series, and right now, it's Woody.
Woody, yes. The questions coming into the series were, could he stand up to the heat of playoff hockey because he had never played a playoff game? That question, I think, was silly to begin with, and we saw he played just fine against the Stars. For me, though, Lionel, I think the key in this series, as much as Mackenzie Blackwood is a big part of it, Martin Necas and the way he unlocks Nathan MacKinnon is something that I don't think we expected. We didn't realize Nathan MacKinnon had another gear until they paired him with Necas on that front line. MacKinnon just looks so much more comfortable in the role that he has in this offense without Mikko and with Necas that I don't think we're putting enough emphasis on the impact that Martin Necas has had.
Yeah, and just an epic way to start game 1, right? I think we all picked the Avs winning this series and dominating. I know I picked them in 5, but to see them go into Dallas and just take control right away. The offense was firing. Mackenzie Blackwood looked wonderful, and I think the hot goalie is going to win this series. And they did it all without Gabe Landeskog, Nick.
It all sets up for my master plan to bring game back in front of the Ball Arena crowd in Game 3.
Nuggets, same story. Up 1-0 in their series. 112-110 overtime win.
Not quite as convincing, but...
No, and it was crazy the way it happened. David Adelman is 4-0 as interim coach. Why is he not being considered in the Coach of the Year conversation
because
here?
Jokic is coaching.
Look,
Nikola Kočić.
Yeah.
if Adelman wins Game 2 and he's 5-0, you got to raise his name to the
Banners.
rafters in Ball Arena as one of the greatest coaches ever. No, but seriously, he is coaching in a way different style than Michael Malone. MPJ is on the bench with 3 points, doesn't get back in. Let's go with Russ. Wild and crazy Russ. And he ends up contributing greatly to the win in the fourth quarter. Adelman, I think, he has a sense of the game and a feeling for the game that's going to make a huge difference here in this series, Brady.
I think if you're Adelman, his mentality is if you're going to make plays, if you're going to make defensive plays and be engaged in the game, like he said after, then you're going to play. I don't think he cares who you are. He did talk to Michael Porter Jr., he said after the game and during the game, trying to explain how he could get back in, but he said you just can't mess up a rotation just to get a guy more minutes, especially when they were kind of on a run there and making a comeback. So I felt like Michael Porter Jr., 3 points, not going to cut it. They needed someone else that was going to contribute in a different way. Russ, yes, you got to take the good with the bad with Russ, but he did make game-changing plays.
What I do really like about the way that he's coaching is that he's using his relationship with the players to maybe make some hard calls at times, to sit Michael down knowing that we can talk this out man to man and it won't fester and linger in the locker room. I think at times Michael Malone was a little too stuck in his ways with the way he wanted to play basketball and the way he wanted to give minutes. And now with Adelman there, you have to earn your minutes. He's not playing favorites anymore. He's not playing with his guys. It's going to be the guys that are impacting the game.
Don't peek at my notes. No, I'm sorry. All right.
I couldn't read them if I tried.
With the 12th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Bo Nix, quarterback, Oregon.
And the big one coming up on Thursday, the NFL Draft Round 1. Broncos at number 20. The pick is in, and it's Omarion Hampton, running back, UNC. What a shocker. Oh, my gosh. Look, the one glaring need, the obvious thing that Sean Payton is looking for in this draft is a running back. So whether it's Hampton or Travion Henderson, or it could be Quinshon Judkins, it could be Dylan Sampson, it could be Devin Neal. I don't care.
Wow,
they're going to get a running back at number 20 in the first round.
I agree with you. The options are endless, it seems, but the Broncos, it's been a minute since they've had a consistent run game, and I think it's just only going to make things easier for Bo Nix and what they're trying to do with the offense. So they got to go get one of these guys, but I have a feeling they're going to just shock us all and go for a defensive end or something.
No!
Okay, you read so many names,
Impossible.
Lionel. I think you're playing into my hand here because I'm team trade down. In my opinion, you can get one of these elite level running backs, or at least elite talent running backs, a little later in the top of the second round. And maybe there's a quarterback that starts to fall, Shedeur Sanders, and you can get a team who wants that guy trading up to 20. My guy that I think the Broncos should keep an eye on if they trade back is that Travion Henderson from Ohio State. I think he fits perfectly with what Sean Payton wants to do with the running back position. Think Alvin Kamara. And I don't think you need to take him at 20. I think you can trade back to the top of the second round, and he'll still be there. So you get the best of both worlds that way, in my opinion.
All right, guys, great stuff. Thanks. All right, coming up after the break, we've got our View from the Top segment. We have a McCarr in Loveland and a McCarr in Denver. Taylor and Cale, a tale of two McCarrs. That's coming up next on Denver 7 Sports.